Wow, how you doing, everyone? This is the Road Biker. Today is February 12th, 2016, and it is freezing today. So, coming up on, of all things, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day out there, all you girls, and some of you guys as well. So there's a lot of stuff going on here this morning in terms of this blog. Haven't been out riding maybe 2 weeks, 10 days. We've had a series of snowstorms here in southern Connecticut, as you can see by what's left on the side of the roads right now. And I wanted to get out and ride because it's as cold as it is today, and right now it's probably just about 20 degrees, if not that. So, you know, I'm doing 13, 14, 15 miles an hour. Doesn't sound like much, but I got a little bit of a headwind right now. And I will tell you, that probably translates to a good almost 20 mile an hour wind chill factor on top of a day that is not quite 20 degrees. Started off about 9 degrees this morning. They're predicting low to mid 20s by the afternoon, but that's not for a good 3 or 4 hours yet. So anyway, it's cold, but I'm still doing okay. I guess the other thing that I didn't mention about some of the new things I put on my bike is I bought another saddle that is, and this one is supposed to provide different kind of comfort from the standpoint of its anatomical design. Haven't had much of a chance to evaluate it, but from this ride this morning, I think I need to either adjust the way I sit on it or push it back a little bit. Anyway, it's an SMP type of seat. The model is TRK, which stands for trekking, I think. Yeah, this is nice day. I am noticing my face is very cold. My hands are still okay. My feet are still okay. I wasn't going to admit this, but I think I might as well pass this little idea I had along, because it seems to be working. As I said earlier, I wanted to get out and ride. I was concerned about how cold my feet might get, and without having those overshoes delivered yet, and my being able to use them, I thought, well, what can I do to keep my feet warm? I do ride with wool socks that is, and sneakers, so you can imagine my feet will get cold. So this morning I tried something just as a short-term remedy. What I did was I've got both feet in freezer bags, the kind of self-sealing freezer bags that you use to store food in your freezer. So I put on a pair of wool socks, put the freezer bags over my feet, put my feet in my sneakers, and hopefully it's going to act as a wind barrier. And so far, although my feet do feel cold a little bit, they're not biting me freezing cold. Someone behind me. Nice of them not to cut me off. Ooh, boy. Ooh. My hands are really warm, comfortable, very comfortable. I'm only wearing tights, nothing over those, no leg warmers. When I stepped outside, I could tell by the air temperature how cold it was, and I thought, you know, maybe what I should do is put on a pair of sweats over my tights. And I thought, well, seems like a good idea, but maybe it'd be too warm. So anyway, I got a t-shirt on, a turtleneck, kind of a fleece jacket, if you will. That's it for the upper body. The upper body, I'm really comfortable. I don't feel any sense of being cold. Thank you. You know, it all depends how fast you're going too. You get any speed going, obviously you're going to get more of a wind chill and get colder. Whew. Well, I got to tell you, friends and neighbors, regarding my entry-level bike. My last two quick videos about the bike were about cleaning the chain, or at least how I do it, and looping the chain, and putting on new brake pads. This bike runs beautiful. It's quiet. Brakes are nice now. It shifts like butter. I mean, come on. $300 bike. I'm loving it. Love it, love it. So, when I decided to do this ride this morning, I wasn't quite sure how far I would be able to go with the weather, with the cold temperatures. But now that I'm out here, I'm going to try to run over to a place called Stony Creek and come back. And that should be about, I don't know what, 15, 20 miles round trip. Drink of water here. Okay, ready to go. Yeah, this is nice. Nice day to ride. I'm going to breach a very hot topic only for a short time because I've tried to chime in on it once or twice, and boy do I get jumped all over. That's about taking the center lane when you're riding. There's this notion in so-called standard practice of taking the lane, like that's what you're supposed to be doing, and you have all the right in the world to do that as a cyclist. But anyway, this morning I happened to find a website that has all the state laws for things like wearing helmets and all that sort of thing, but a lot of things specific to cyclists. I did check out the state of Connecticut where I live, and very plainly they tell you, ride on the extreme right side of the road if you are slowing down traffic. So, there you go. Icy part of the road here. I'm not going to ride on that part of the road. Good time to bring up this topic, right? Oh, yeah, this might be a little hairy in certain places this morning. But anyway, enough on that topic. Use your own common sense. Ride any way you want. So I personally, I seem to want to push myself harder than I should when I shouldn't, you know what I mean? I mean, I've been off the bike for a few days, and for those of you who don't know, I'm not a young guy, so when I do get on the bike and I get on some nice roads like this, I do try to challenge myself and push it a little farther than I probably should, because oh, I don't know. I guess what I'm trying to say is I have to learn to enjoy the ride a little bit more and don't worry about trying to beat other people's time riding or anything like that. Whew. I got a headwind going here. Not much, but enough that I can tell it's slowing me down. Uphill. Whew. Noisy truck, huh? Yeah, I can really feel that wind now. You don't see it in the trees or anything, but I'm doing almost 17 miles an hour. It can't be much of a wind. I mean, it's just more like a strong breeze. But it's just amazing how it fills your ears with the sound of wind to a point where when I'm talking on the mic, I can barely hear myself. But I think this is probably the predominant direction of the wind this time of year. And heading this direction, I'm running into it, obviously. Not trying to pick up any real speed through here, even though I'm running downhill and this is a nice smooth road. Too damn cold to really push it. I felt good to get out of the wind there for a second. So here's an example of me kind of taking it easy instead of putting it into a higher gear and really trying to mash the gears, mash the pedals. Let's go for a little distance and endurance this morning instead of trying to crank up high speeds. You know, I remember recording a couple other videos with the smartphone, my iPhone, and I remember the audio track on those videos, and when I play them back now, I cringe at the sound that my bike was making at the time. Oh my God, it was rattling, and I had a broken spoke. Chain wasn't working right. First thing I learned was get rid of the stupid kickstand that I had. That wasn't a good idea. I put on an adjustable riser to change my riding position so I'd be more upright and hopefully take some pressure and stress off my back and my neck. And if that didn't work out, I took the adjustable riser off, put the standard riser back on. But when I did that, I didn't tighten down the stem before I clamped it in place. So consequently the fork was loose. Dummy. But yeah, when I listen to those videos now and I think, oh my God, the thing sounds like a rattle box. And what I learned about how to make adjustments and work on my own bike and how it works and runs now, it's dead quiet and smooth. Nice. Whew. Yeah, it's a cold morning. Nice guy behind me, he's slowing down before he gets to the curb, before he goes around me. Very considerate. Either that or he's waiting for a spot where he can run me off the road. I doubt that. Whoop, ice. You gotta be careful, guys. Here he goes. Very considerate gentleman. Thank you, sir. I don't know. You hear a lot of talk about cyclists don't getting any respect and run off the road, things like that. I don't know. I think for the majority of motorists, they're fairly considerate to people on a bike, especially if you are respectful to them. Keep yourself out of their way. Give them plenty of room to go around you. At least I've had primarily very good experiences on the road with people. Whew. Wow, I didn't expect to get this kind of ride in this morning. The new seat that I mentioned earlier, new saddle, still don't know whether or not it's a big improvement or not. Left turn here. Actually, the reason I bought the saddle is I watched a review of a bike a guy had on YouTube. He was talking about his Motorbacan, and aluminum frame bike, carbon fiber forks, but he put, I guess, racing handlebars on it. I guess that's what they're called. But he's the one that mentioned this SMP seat and how he swears by it. It has a cavity or a space running down the middle of the seat, kind of give you a little relief from pressure points in the middle of the seat. And he swears that it really works. Of course, you know, with a day this cold, the seat is probably as hard as a block of ice, so I don't know if it'll be a lot different, a lot more comfortable in warmer weather. It's supposed to, I think it has a gel to it as well. We shall see. But right now my butt's a little sore. About as usual amount of soreness that I get with riding. So anyway, here we are in Stony Creek. It's a section of Brantford, Connecticut, which is a neighboring town to my hometown of Guilford. It's a ride that I make on a fairly regular basis. It's a nice destination. Whew. But it is cold. Did I mention it was cold? Look at these folks here. Yeah. They must think I'm out of my freaking mind. And I kind of am, you know. Enjoy the bike. Ooh.